Hello, people. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are and whenever you are. My name is Jean-Marc Assignon, short on Facebook for JM Assignon. As some of you know, I'm a minister in training. I'm also an agent of God, an ambassador of Christ. I would like to thank you, first of all, for taking the time to come on this channel and watching this. And secondly, I also like to take this opportunity to share a reflection with you. Let's reflect today on relationships. It seems like it's a hot topic right now, especially marriage, but I'll get to marriage another time. In our modern age today, relationships are the hardest thing, one of the hardest things I should say, that people experience. Why is it hard? I believe it's hard because many people are not taking the time to understand how relationships are supposed to function, including marriage. Everyone is doing what they think is right. But that's the problem, because the Bible tells us that there is a way that seems right to a man, but its end leads to death. And that's exactly why I'm about to share with you today. What about relationships is hard for people? From reading the Bible, one of the factors that I've come to identify as the factor contributing to the lack of understanding of relationships is the pursuit of happiness. Now, I'm sure you might be thinking, well, isn't that the purpose of it? Isn't that the purpose of getting into relationships? To be happy? Let's understand this about happiness. Happiness is temporary, meaning that happiness only lasts a moment. Let me explain further. Happiness is like dopamine. It gives you the pleasure that you need or that you have sought for just for a brief moment. Happiness is like buying a car. And once you have bought the car, you're happy. You feel happy. Now, imagine driving that car and then get into an accident. What happens? You become sad. The happiness only lasted the moment you bought the car to the point where you crashed the car. Happiness is momentous. It only lasts for a certain moment. It does not last for a long period of time. Happiness, seeking for happiness, is the reason why people are not happy. You call that? Seeking happiness is the reason why people are not happy. Now, what is the solution? The solution is to seek for contentment, to seek to be in joy, because being in joy lasts longer than happiness. Being content lasts longer than happiness. The Bible lets us know, especially Paul lets us know in Philippians chapter 4, verse 11. He lets us know how he has learned to be content in every situation. We must also take the same mindset in order to apply in our lives. We must learn to be content in every situation. This is the reason why relationships don't work. Because many people in relationships, in some cases, are always looking for the thrill of happiness. They're always looking for moments to always pop them up to feel the feeling of happiness. And when they're not getting those feelings over again, especially in marriages, what they do, they go ahead and cheat, or What do? They leave, they divorce. So we must learn to be content in our lives, in all areas of our lives. Now, what am I saying and what am I not saying here? I'm not saying that when you're in an abusive relationship, you should stay. That's not what I'm saying. Because that's not the context of this, what I'm sharing. I'm not saying that if you're being abused, you should stay in your relationship. No. Rather, there are other things we can do. You can leave that relationship. Right? Other things we can advise for you to do, which I'm not going to get into today. But all I can say today in this brief video that I promise will be short is to always seek to be content, to submit your will under the will of God so that He can take control over your life. When God takes control over your life, you're in contentment, you're in joy, even things are not going as it seems, because you have placed your trust in Him. I hope this little brief session that I've shared with you, a reflection that I've shared with you, has helped you in some ways. If you have a question, or if there is something that I said that you disagree with, please jot it down in the comments so we might talk more about it. Have a good day.